Hello everybody, this is Abraham with North Computer Services. What we got here is a MacBook Pro. I believe this is 2000. Let's check. Well, here's the thing. I'm clicking on the clicker and nothing's happening. Sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. Sometimes you have to push harder. This is a 2011 MacBook Pro, and see, I just clicked and it's not responding, and now I clicked and it's responding. I'm sure this may drive some people mad, and here is a fix for it. So I'm gonna pause the video and turn off the computer, and we're gonna look at what's causing this issue. All right, first you remove the hard drive because it's going to be in the way. We remove the battery, that's going to be in the way. So pull out the 2 screws for this particular one. Sometimes there's 3 screws. Lift up the tape and slide the battery and just turn it over. I'm not disconnecting the battery, there is no need for that, and if I disconnect, the clock will get lost. Not a big deal, but something just doesn't need to be done. What we need to do is get the trackpad out. So there is 2 screws. The white screws need to be removed. The black ones can stay in place, or all of them can be removed. Then underneath this cable is a little bit of adhesive tape, and I'm gonna use my tweezers to peel that off or up. Don't want to break this cable. There is no real reason for that adhesive to be there, but it's there. Okay, so just lift it up just like that. Then lift up the little connector lock. Under this cable is some electronics. We'll pull it out. So here's the electronics. Make sure it doesn't get damaged. And now we're ready to free up the clicker thing, and we'll cover deeper as to what causes the clicker to not work. One more issue. You cannot just go ahead and unscrew this little tiny screws, and the screwdriver that I'm using is 00, where is it? The size is 000. It's the tiniest one. The screwdriver is from Home Depot, and the blade is 000. To properly remove it, you want to open your MacBook a little bit, stick your finger under the screw and push it from the inside and unscrew it. I can't do that because I need 2 hands for recording. But if you just unscrew it this way, you will bend this little metal plate, and if that's bent, it's a little hard to bend it back. Not impossible, just this is something that you don't need to do. Now that we have all 4 screws removed with my hand under there, it's just gonna fall out. It's gonna fall this way, and then you pull it out that way. All right, now the MacBook can be moved. So now we are gonna work with the clicker itself, and the issue is within this little clicky button part. This is where the problem is originating. To fix it, we need to peel off the tape and simply reposition the clicker to a different location. What happened here is you simply pushed it too many times, and this button has created a little oxidation under it. Even though it's under the tape, the oxidation still is very, very present in there. I'm going to mount the phone into the tripod, and let's see if we can get this on the camera. Alright, so I have my microscope ready, and I will show you what I'm looking at here. Come on. There is the clicker button, and all we need to do is move it just a tiny bit down. That's what I'll be doing. Alright, I'm gonna use our tweezers. There's a little bit of gunk here, hair and whatnot. Now, this particular clicker didn't have any spills on it, which is good, which is gonna allow us to do this repair. Another thing that can be done is you can use a clicker that was damaged. Believe it or not, the top of this clicker is glass, and the glass can get cracked. Alright, I'm going to show what I see in the microscope. Alright, those ridges that you see, let's see, I need something sharp, which I don't have. Hang on. Alright, this circle is the oxidation. That little button has eaten through this metal button. This one here has made basically a space for itself in the soft copper. This is steel, this is copper. They don't like each other. There is a limited number of times that those can work together. And that's basically all we're doing. We're going to move the imprints slightly to a side, and it'll start working. On top of that, I'm going to use alcohol to clean that up in case there's any dust particles. So that's what we're going to do. So alcohol and Q-tip are your best friends for this type of repair. And you don't need a lot. You don't want to damage that glue. But what you do need is dry up that alcohol. Make sure that when you close it, there isn't any moisture in there. Now, alcohol by itself is harmless to electronics, but alcohol does like to attract moisture and water. So we just want to make sure that there isn't any liquid in there. It evaporates fairly quickly, and we are going to first make sure that there are no hairs. And this hair comes from everywhere. Cats, people, anything you want. Alright. Microscopic hairs. Alright, that should be good. Just gonna grab this by the side and put it in a little bit offset. So I can see the old circle that was left by the previous installation, and the new one should work just perfect. One more thing you want to do is take a alcohol prep pad and just go around the perimeter, there is always some gunk in there. There's not much in this clicker, but you will probably have some. And you also want to do the same thing on the computer itself. When reinserting, first you want to do is connect the electronics, the connecting cable, and then insert this piece in, and then screw it in with the screws you pulled out before. So I got my connector in, then I'm putting this just like that, and then connecting, getting it over to the screws. Now there is an alignment issue here, so make sure what you do is you put the screws in slightly, tighten them just a tiny bit. You can align it perfectly. You can use a piece of paper or card to put on 4 corners, and then tighten the screws. And again, as you tighten them, make sure you support them from the bottom with your hand. If you push hard, there is a chance you could crack the LCD. I mean, you really have to be pushing hard, but you could do damage because this will go all the way. So be careful about that. All right, we got computer booted up, and now let's just open something up. Poof. Oh, don't need to enable that. There. Works. First time. Works. First time. Close. No more frustration. Works every time. Total repair, if I didn't have to do any recording, probably be about 10 minutes. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and enjoy saving money. You do not have to buy a new trackpad.